Good afternoon. I'm gonna let a few people come in, and there we go. Okay, just make sure my YouTube is muted. I know I'm going up against a couple of my friends that are reading live right now. I didn't know other people were live right now. For some reason, I'm not getting all my notifications. I wanted to apologize to everybody for last Sunday's 1 o'clock or 1:30 reading. I'm sorry I couldn't even get on my system. My internet was acting up, and I was really, really sick. Um, I have a chronic pancreatitis, and I had about a 12-day flare-up. I was actually contemplating going to the hospital. It was pretty bad. Actually, I ran the COVID numbers and decided to stay home. I figured it was a petri dish. Our local hospitals are getting about 288 patients a day coming into the ER. And with those numbers and my immune system, I decided it was safer to stay home. So, anyways, I really do apologize for last Sunday. This coming Sunday, though, I've talked to Sharon Lee from Nasty Women Tarot. She's going to be joining me. We're going to be doing some joint readings and mini readings. So I'm really looking forward to that. Sharon and I are really good friends, and we have a lot of fun working together. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. I want to send a special thanks out to my friends, Garen, Kevin from Vibrational Love, who's a really good friend of mine who I've been talking to this last week or so, and I've been having a rough time. My love to you all, especially to Garen. He knew I wasn't feeling well and called me, and I had my little temper tantrum, which I don't usually do. I don't like to be that woe be me person and let people know how frustrated I'm feeling, how out of control I was feeling because of how sick I was. So thank you, Garen. Blessings to you for just being an ear. It really did help to talk to somebody about how I was feeling. And it's really hard for me to reach out when I'm not feeling good to people. If I do like disappear sometimes, you don't see me in chat rooms on our tribal families programs. It's probably because I'm having a bad week. Just to let you know. I've been doing a lot of meditation, though. As everybody knows, I meditate 3 to 4 times a day. I'm in constant conversation with my guides. I am a psychic medium. I've been practicing all my life. I had a huge awakening where my abilities just exploded. Probably, well, we moved in the house 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, I started doing a lot of meditation in the morning sun. Finding to get a lot of energy from facing east, watching the sunrise, having my cup of coffee in the morning, and doing a really deep meditation. Um, People ask me how to meditate. I don't know. It's sometimes hard to explain because I have one of those minds that just constantly goes. I never stop thinking. And that's probably the hardest thing for people to do is to get out of their head, to meditate. And what I do is I try to focus on one word or one topic and then concentrate on that. There's a lot of great meditation music, guided meditations on YouTube. I've used a number of them. They really do help, especially there's several of them that are just music that are they're steady music where they bring the tone vibrations and bring your mind and your body down and settle them and help you with that focus. Search YouTube. There's some great meditation work. I also try to catch JJ at Tuta Speaks. She's a dear friend, and I I absolutely love her guided meditations. I'm a very visual person, so as she does the guided meditations, I'm there. I'm in the scene. I just go there. Um, and I love the work she does. And she's a shaman, and she does have a YouTube channel. So check Tuta Speaks out. I think she's in my list. Um, if not, just if you're not subscribed, please like and subscribe to her channel. She's wonderful. She used to do the guided meditations with Debbie and Karen Elizabeth Sage Healer. And she has her own channel now, and she's just really a really great person. She usually does her meditations on Sunday evenings. I'm not sure what time. I usually get notified and jump in and out on her channel. So I do recommend going to her channel as well. And also Nasty Women and Kevin Vibrational Love, Hurt 213, and who am I missing? Oops, sorry. Cancel that. Of course, Debbie, Freebird Spirit, Denise, Spirit and Soul. Love them all. Almost everybody knows everybody. Hi, Debbie. I also want to shout out, Debbie's got a class coming up starting in October. She's doing 3 classes, actually. So if you're interested in working on mediumship, channeling, Kim and Debbie are doing a joint class together. Check out Debbie Free Spirit's website and sign up. Shout out to her. I love her classes. She's a wonderful instructor and a good friend. So shout out to Debbie. Hi, Herc. Hi, Greeter. I'm glad everybody's came over. Hi, Janet, Gina. Oh, nice. Today's I've been doing a lot of meditation, and one of the topics my guides keep on talking to me about is the amount of fear that's out here right now. There's a lot of people afraid of what's going on politically, and when's Trump going to jail, and is that ever going to get resolved? And my guides say yes, you have to trust that each of us are here with a purpose. And we're sitting back and going, well, when's A.G. Garland going to take some action? He's working diligently. I worked in the law profession as a career. I'm retired now, and I can tell you, law moves slow. Law works fast behind the scenes. There's a lot of work that goes into putting a case together. He is diligently working. He's also working with people that Trump has planted into the DOJ's office. So he's got to be careful who he trusts and who he works with. But they are putting a case together, and it will come forward soon. Trust me, it will come forward soon. These are their life paths, and they will be going there. One of the things about fear, though, is when we bring fear into our lives and we're afraid what's going to happen, and we're afraid of terrorists, we're afraid of this, we're afraid of that, we're sending energy out to the universe. And energy can come in 2 forms. It can come in a high vibrational form, and it can come in a negative form. Now, spirit doesn't differentiate between good energy and bad energy. Energy is energy. So when you're sending fear into the universe, you're getting that reflection back from the universe. So one of the things I do personally is, like, when I'm watching anything on the 1/6 Commission, instead of thinking, oh my God, they're lying, I think, send them love, send them light, send them truth. Because if enough of us put those blessings out to these people as they're testifying, the truth may come forward. That energy may be addressed, and they may stand on the stand and confess, yes, this was my involvement. This is what was going on. That energy, that positive energy messaging out there, sending love, light, truth, in my opinion, it can only help. It only sends positive vibration out, and what we send out there as a collective, we're going to get back as a collective. So that's one of the things I do, and I really encourage a lot of people doing that. One of my earlier shows, I did a topic on the Texas abortion. I also made comment on numerous channels of other readers that were talking about it. And I said, as everybody knows on my platform was, why are only the women being persecuted as we're the bad people? They're restricting our ability, but nobody ever addresses the men. Well, after making that comment on several people's channel, I've noticed that, wow, people are thinking about that now, and they're saying, yeah, what about the men? What about these people that have caused the pregnancy, especially with minor mothers? Um, in Texas state, the legal consent is 17. So anybody under the age of 17 that gets pregnant, it's statutory rape under the law. So why aren't they going after the fathers? Um, why aren't they being held accountable for causing these pregnancies? I heard on, I think it was Autumn, Orange and Black, had mentioned that, I think it was her channel, I can't remember, that I guess Illinois has got a counter law that they're trying to pass to hold men accountable. The funny thing about that, though, is those laws are already on the books. They're all written. Statutory rape, incest, all those laws are on the books. So what they're asking for is not unconstitutional. They're actually part of the law already, which is rather interesting. I just like to see it exercised a little more often. Anyways, to get off that topic, I did pull some surrender cards that my guides had me pull. And the first one is Surrender to Fear. Oh, where's my camera here? That beautiful card. I thank Debbie Free Spirit for introducing this deck to me. She uses it all the time, and it's just a beautiful deck. And what the card says is let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself and stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. I think that's a great piece of advice. Let's do positive focusing on what we want to see this outcome to be. Not is it going to happen, but see it happening positively, and that we are moving in a positive forward movement. The next card that I got, which I always hear a lot of with everybody online, is Worry. Surrender to Worry. These are beautiful cards. My guides had me pull several of them, so I'm just going to show them all. And what this card says is, make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe and let them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. So, love this card. This is a great deck. And then, one of all of us have, Surrender True Frustration. These cards, the art is so beautiful on them. You just want to crawl into the pictures and enjoy the scene. And it says, frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. That is a great piece of advice. That's why I meditate. Meditation just brings me back into focus and calms that anxiety down, calms that frustration down. It grounds you, and it really does help. I need to look at the chat a little bit. Everybody's chit-chatting away. Oh, hi, Kathleen. We need to get a hold of each other. Kathleen J. Lightworker. We need to do a collab with her. I love her readings. And yeah, I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Can't read all the chat. Pop it on. Okay. Well, thank you, Gina, for the plug. So if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. It just helps my algorithm. I'm trying to build my channel up so I can send out, open my community page up and stuff like that. I have to get my subscribers up to do that. Anyways, one of the areas of fear I really want to focus on is trying to avoid stepping into that negative energy. Like I said, when you put negative energy out in the world, spirit can't tell the difference between that negative and that positive. They see energy as energy. So if you can just shift your thought process on the fear and maybe the resolution, what can I do to change my situation? It's not always easy. Sometimes we have to reach out to others and talk. That helps a lot, really a lot. If you have people you can talk to, or even talk to our group. We have probably the most supportive group of people in this community I have ever met. Everybody is just wonderful, very supportive. Always reach out to us, and we're here to help. I like to try to keep everything positive when I work with people, and when I'm sending messages out there to the universe and on my channel, because I spent a lot of years in my youth, in my childhood, in fear, and it's really a hard place to live. And anybody that's had a rough childhood or has lived through abuses knows that you feel all alone and isolated. And by being able to reach out to others and talk and ask questions, ask for help, which is really difficult for a lot of us to do, it just frees you. It frees your spirit. And I'm also a big encourager of people seeking counseling. A counselor's not there to put a Band-Aid over your problem. They're there to guide you through the stresses of dealing with things that have happened in the past. They keep you from going over the deep end. They help you focus. I spent 3 years in counseling, best 3 years of my life. In fact, when my counselor told me, "Oh, we're done," I was like, "Oh, what?" Well, yeah, we were done. It was hard to let go, but I was very fortunate to have very, very good counseling. And there's all kinds of programs, with COVID and everything else out, there's a lot of programs opening up in communities that are low cost. Insurance covers counseling to an extent in the United States. So if you're needing help, seek it. I went through a county program that I'm in California that based the fee on a sliding scale based on my income, and it was very affordable. And I was in management level, and it was equal to my copays with my insurance. So just check it out. If you're needing to work through some issues you haven't worked through, I really highly encourage it. So, did anybody have any questions for me today? Hi, Herc. How are you doing, my sweet baby Jay? That's my favorite nickname for him. I have to go back and watch everybody's streams. I've missed so many. I've been just out of touch. Oh yeah, I look forward to it, Kathleen. I've got you on my messenger. I'll flip you a message. We'll talk. Get something set up. My camera's doing more things. If anybody'd like me to do any readings right now, I'd be happy to do some personals, any topic. I've been avoiding politicals for probably about 3 weeks now, just because I got politic burnout and I unplugged for a little bit. and only just kept a couple of YouTube streams and tried to keep it minimal because it was bringing me down, and I don't like going there. So I'm trying to keep my energy levels back up, but I'm back open to politics now. And how is everybody today? Looks like everybody's doing great. Nobody has any questions right now? I can hardly see my screen on this side because of the glare on my window. Trying to see who else in the room. And just to let people know, I do private readings. If you want to reach out for private reading, I'm just asking for a $50 donation. If that's not affordable, I'll work with you on that. It's just a donation. I'm not doing this for profit. I'm just doing it for a service to people. Sometimes I do collaborate with Sharon on readings from time to time, depending on who I'm doing the reading for. And um, if you give me a heads up type of reading you're wanting, sometimes I will pull Sharon in for some collaboration work. I have been working with a few people that are currently awakening. They're just getting in touch with their abilities, and so I do ascension work, which is sort of hard to explain because I'm working a lot with my guides. Doing healing work both on this side and on the other side, and I'm finding that some of the people my guides ask me to reach out to in the audience, sometimes they have messages for them, and it's usually because people are approaching that awakening and they're becoming very in tune to that, and my guides are asking me to step forward and to work with people, and I never know why they're wanting me to read for somebody until I actually connect with them and start the reading, and then it's amazing what comes forward in the readings. I'm in a constant communication with my guides, talk nonstop, and so it's pretty amazing. Your husband applied for disability. Will he get it? Oh, that's a good question, Janet. My guides say yes. It's going to take a little bit of time. Are you talking about Social Security disability? Because that's a longer process than the state disability. But one thing I recommend is when you're filling out the paperwork on those applications, look at what falls under the disability and get very descriptive of what they're describing as applicable to the disability. And also work with your physicians because their reports on that they fill out that go with your disability applications are crucial on how the application gets processed. Let's ask, will Janet P.'s husband's disability get approved? I'm sorry if I'm looking away from my camera because I have two screens going here and I'm having a hard time seeing this one because it's picking up light off my window. Yeah, it looks like it might go through really fast. Janet, the first card I get is the Sun, which is a yes card for me. Followed by the Two of Cups, which is the emotion, health, it coming together. Center of the reading, I get the Eight of Wands, so that's going to move fast. It's if this is a Social Security disability, you'll probably get notice in the mail for the medical exam portion of it, which always happens pretty quickly as soon as they get that paperwork done. I do see the Hermit shining his light in his path. So I think that's very good. And it's followed by the Lovers. So I think that's you guys financially getting that help that you need. And a lot of times the Lover cards has that medical symbol over depending on what deck you're using. So yeah, I do see that yeah, he will get approved. I can't tell you how long it'll take. It varies. It also depends on the type of disability supply, like I said. So it looks good though. And then Kathleen says, I went down into Epstein's energy. Wow. I difficulty to set boundary. Oh yeah, that's pretty sticky, nasty energy, isn't it, Kathleen? I don't like reading on him. He's worse than Trump. He's like tar. It just, ugh. You want to take a shower after you get in his energy. You want to immediately run and just soak in Epsom salt, which I do every night. Yeah, especially if I've had some bad readings. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So does anybody else have any? Yeah, I always surround myself. Anytime I'm reading on somebody that has dark energy, I always ask my guides to protect me and work as a gatekeeper so they don't cross into my energy too deeply. I surround myself in light. I always have my crystals. I actually keep crystals in my pockets too. I have stones in my pocket. I only have one in my pocket. I usually always wear obsidian. I have obsidian in my bracelet, but it grounds me. I have crystals all over my desk. My whole behind me. I don't know if you can see it. I've got cases of crystals behind me. And my guardian, one of my guardians, my nephew back here. A picture of my nephew who always follows me. And I'm very fortunate. I have several loved ones that act as guides and mediators to me, along with my guardian guides that have been with me for life. So I'm very fortunate to be able to connect with them. I wish I could actually introduce other people to guides. I've never actually been, I haven't tried it, so I don't know if I can or not. I did have the honor of channeling Archangel Michael with a client the other day. And it was just the most amazing experience I'd ever had. And it was the first time I'd ever channeled him. And yeah, that was really amazing. Oh, Gina wants to know if any of her guides have any messages for her from the other side. Oh, let's see. One is trusting your abilities, Gina. You do have abilities. And if you're not hearing your guides, Gina, they are talking to you. So be open to different types of communications. They can be just words, symbols, something you keep seeing on, numbers. They come out like that a lot. You sort of have to build a language with your guides when you're working with them. You will learn their language. Um, I communicate out loud with mine. I sound like I'm talking to myself most of the time. I don't care. Um, it's gotten from me hearing a whisper now to just literally a very audible conversation. Um, and focusing in on meditation really does help. Ask them to show themselves to you when you're working with your guides. I know some people will describe their guides as people. Sometimes they do appear that way, I guess, to people. But that's not what I see. When I see my guides, I see light spectrums, which have sort of a body outline to them, but it's light and it sparkles and it's, and uh, Karen Sage Healer was the one that said, well, you see your guides all the time. I'm like, no, I don't. And she described my guide to me, and the next morning I was meditating and I went, oh my gosh, I guess I do. I was thinking, I closed my eyes, I see like this sparkling gold. Um, and I thought, oh, it's just the light shining through my eyelids. No, it was my guide. And then I saw behind him, I saw 6 other guides that were in different color spectrums, and they had that silhouette of light in all the different chakra colors. And then I realized, wow, I don't have one guide, I have 7 total that are here with me. And it was quite amazing. So, hi, Miss May. How are you doing? Nice to see you here. Let's get a message from Gina's guides. Gina, I don't know if you're feeling a little bit bound up. I got the 9 of Wands. You need to release that. Trust that everything's going to be fine. Your guides are telling you to watch your finances, to hold on your money, watch your spending. Things will work through though, because the center of the reading, I get the world. So everything's gonna turn around for you. And that's followed by the 5 of Cups. Now you have 3 cups down, but you still have 2 full cups right above you. And realize that you have 2 full cups still. So you're not losing everything. Everything's not spinning out of control. But as you move forward and you work hard, I get the 7 of Pentacles. What you reap is what you sow, and your finances are going to turn around. So trust that everything's moving in the right direction, in the positive direction. Do watch your spending right now. I don't say don't go without, but don't overspend. Don't, stick to your budget. Watch where you're putting your money, and this will work out positively. And you see changes coming financially. So, yeah, it's a good reading. So just hold tight. Everything's going to get better. I think this next year is just, and I've been hearing a lot of readers saying the energy is shifting coming the new year. I think vaccines are coming out for our children. More and more people are going to start taking this seriously. One of the things I've been saying to my friends and on other people's channels is quit worrying about what's going to happen on the 18th in DC. I say if anybody lives in that area, if you're thinking about going down to protest, the protesters don't. Stay home. The less people that protest what they're doing, if a crowd doesn't show up counter-protesting, it diminishes their message. There's not somebody there feeding that fire. And so all they have is their own words. And don't have anybody feeding that fire, rallying their energy up, throwing it out of control. I think our strength is not to feed their energy. Um, and I think with a lot of things coming out, with some of the books that are coming out, which I've got to get on order before Irish Granny gets her reviews done before I get through the books, because my reading list is vast. I read 4 or 5 books a week. I'm almost as bad as her. I love her for them, though. Yeah, we just need to stay really positive. Um, just like if you're going to participate in the Women's March on October 2nd, don't interact with the naysayers on the sidelines that are telling you you're baby killers and all that. Don't listen to that energy. Stand up for what you believe in. Don't interact with the others, because it only feeds their fire. And keep it peaceful. Keep it positive. Keep it based on your beliefs and the right of others. And, we'll put that good energy out there. Know that those laws are going to change, that Texas isn't going to get away with that ever. Roe versus Wade's been on the books way too long, and it has supporting legislation behind it. But we do need to voice our concerns about our rights. So we do need to keep that positive. Hi, Kevin. I see everybody saying hi to you. I didn't see your name pop up. Oh, there you are. You're such a good friend to me, Kevin. I love you. I have cards for you, too. I'll send them to you later. I pulled a couple of cards for you. And does anybody else have any questions? Excuse me. Oh, I'm glad I could help, Gina. Gina, you should get a hold of me. I'll do a reading for you on me. My guys just asked me to tell you that, so. Please do subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to Kevin's Unconditional, or Kevin's Loving Vibrations, he's a wonderful reader. We chit chat and read in the background a lot offline. I keep on telling them we need to record these, because we've had some amazing hits on some of these weather storms that are hitting. Oh, Kevin, one of the things we hadn't talked about is that last hurricane that hit Texas, and all that rain. I've been hearing rain for weeks. It's about cut in half now. I'm hearing about half the rain now. I still feeling the hurricanes on Florida coming, 2 of them that are bringing, they're going to be slow movers. They're going to have heavy, heavy rain on them. They're going to pick up a lot of precipitation. I still see that it's going to affect sinkholes, and I still seen that White House sliding in, being swallowed in a sinkhole. And I keep feeling there's going to be 20 deaths involved with that hurricane, but it's not going to be because of the fierceness of the storm. It's going to be because of the flooding, the rains, the impact on the Florida area. So, if you're in the Florida area, you get evacuation notices, get out. Or if you know it's coming, just, if you have some place to go out of the area, if you're on the coastal, it's going to be a little inland from the coast, but I'm seeing one come up through the Gulf and hit that side of Florida. I also see one coming from the eastern side of Florida. So I think they're going to end up getting hit and then getting hit. I'm not sure which one's coming first. Unfortunately, that's also going to bring rains all the way up the eastern seaboard. And so you're going to have rain impacts, and then it's going to cut across eastern towards upstate New York, Maine, in towards Pennsylvania, and sort of diminishing at the Great Lakes. But you're going to get some weather from that. It's one of the things Kevin and I keep on picking up. I'm still feeling earthquakes also. central desert area, Central California, up towards the Mojave Desert on one of those older fault lines that have awakened up this last couple of years. It's not going to be, as Linda G says, it's not going to be Armageddon. It's not going to do a lot of damage or anything. It's going to be felt all the way. I live in Tulare County in the Central Valley. I'm just north of Bakersfield. We rarely feel earthquakes here. Bakersfield will definitely feel it. We'll feel it in this area because of where that fault line is located. But it'll be felt all the way into Vegas. I think that's going to be later in the year, maybe after the first year. But it's not going to be a severe. I'm not seeing any like major earthquakes in California right now. It'll be the normal little tremors, the little three to fives that happen every day. Anybody that lives in California knows that we have earthquakes all the time up and down our coastlines. We're on major fault lines here, but nothing major. Nothing on San Andreas right now. I'm seeing San Andreas is pretty stable for right now. Been a while since we've had a big one on San Andreas. And Kevin's, yeah, see, Kevin's not even feeling the earthquake damages. Yep, things are calm. Yeah, Kevin and I were talking, and I pulled our chat back up a while ago for Ida, and he actually predicted that on like August 12th before anybody was reading on it. He kept saying, "Oh, it's a bad one. It's going to flood." That I was amazed when I went back on our chat at some of the hits we got. It was crazy. That's what I kept on telling him. We need to at least record these once in a while and post them. Yeah, Gina reached out to me though, and we'll set up that. Hi Wayne, how are you doing? And how's Suzanne? Send my love. She's not. I haven't seen her in the chat, but I know you. Kathy says hi. Yeah, when us readers get talking private conversations, we get some really good hits because we're combining our energies. It's amazing working with other readers. I hope so. Miss May, I think you're just north of me. I'm in Tulare County. I'm just outside of Visalia, and I don't know. This heat has just killed my lawn. And I was talking to Kevin about that the other day. And yeah, I'm going to go to Zero Landscaping. I'm going to pull my front lawn out, and I go to Zero Landscaping. We're getting ready to put our house on the market and leave California. So hopefully sometime next spring we'll be out of here. But we're hoping. But yeah. I think we will get a wet winter this year. I hope. We had a really early summer here in Central California. We started getting hot a month early. And it has been a very long, very hot, constant 100-degree with very little under 100. We finally hit down to 90. We're supposed to be in the high 80s next week. I'm hoping that's true. And hopefully this is downward swing. My area doesn't actually cool off until like the week of trick or treat. It's like right before trick or treat happens, suddenly it gets cold. I'm hoping it gets cold earlier than that. I want to get my grass planted in the backyard. We pulled our backyard out. We didn't get it seeded before it got hot because the weather came a month early this year. October, though, yeah, it usually starts cooling down in October here in Central California. And unlike the northern and the southern California, the weather's very wonderful compared to us. Up where Linda G's at, we spent a lot of time up there. When I was growing up, my dad used to take up there to the Santa Rosa area. beautiful countryside, beautiful mountain, and the weather's wonderful up there. It's beautiful up where Linda G lives. But do we have any more questions? Oh, thank you for coming in, Herc. I'll talk to you later, Jay. Yeah, Linda's up north of Napa. I think she's like an hour and a half drive down towards Napa in that region. She's in that timber area, though, that gets hit with fires. She's been really lucky this year. They've been north of her, I think, northeast of her. We have fires going right now on the Sierra Nevada mountain. We had a really freak dry lightning storm coming through a couple days ago, and started a pretty good fire up there. I'm not sure. I haven't looked to see how many acres have gone up. So I have no idea when it's going to start raining, Miss May. I wish I knew. October's soon enough for me. I'm sure we'll get rain in November, though. Then where I'm located, I get whatever comes in and hits NAS, Lemoore Air Force Base. We get the wind and the rain off that because we're just far enough out that we get the weather system in this town. And before I moved to this area, I was in like a pocket right at the bottom of the foothills, and all the weather skirted around us, and we rarely got rain, but we just got socked in with that terrible valley fog. So if we don't have any more questions, or do we? Well, I have one last card that I pulled. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. It was the final card for my reading for today. It says surrender to spirit. I hope the light's not glaring on this too much. Really beautiful card. It says, once you've done everything you can to achieve your goal, turn the situation over to the divine and let spirit work its magic for you. I love this card. So I'm going to leave that as our leaving note for the day. Blessings to all of you. Thank you for coming and sharing this afternoon with me. I will be back on Sunday with Sharon at 1:30 for mini readings. I won't cancel that. I'll be here with bells on. And I'm like really forward to that. I love working with Sharon, and everybody needs to send Kevin a thing. Hey, you need to collab with Kathy. I know his work schedule's been really busy. We'll work it out, Kevin. We'll get together. We have to do it in the middle of the night. Anyways, I love you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for support. Thank you for all the emails and love you send me. And I will be back, and I'm going to try to sneak in a few more programs here or there and get some recorded ones done on some of the writing I'm doing still. I haven't been writing this week because I've been so sick, but I'll get caught back up. Spirit did let me have a break on that one this week, luckily. So I will see you Sunday. And Gina, either reach out through my email, or if you're on my messenger, go ahead and contact me through my messenger, and we'll set up a Zoom meeting, and I'll do a reading for you for my guides. And I will talk to everybody on Sunday. You guys all have a rest of the week, and God bless you all. Cannot see my cursor.